Okay. So finally, we will make it. We'll make a collision detection. So when the ball touches the enemy, ball
And
disappears.
we should add like a counter or something,
Yeah, but
maybe.
that's going to be your homework because
Okay.
I think you know how to do that. Like add a counter and maybe add another enemy, add other enemy patterns, things like that. Okay, so to make the collision detection, in our round function, we'll add a collision detection condition. So it will be if, so it's going to be if the ball touches the enemy. And Flash has already a built-in collision detection function, which is not perfect, but it works most of the time. So it will be ball one, no, enemy one dot it test with a capital T object with a
It
capital O.
object. How do
So
you remember all these things?
I coded a lot, a lot and a lot. It's always the same function that we use and reuse and reuse. So enemy1 dot it test object and open parentheses, and then we write the name of the object. So we'll check if enemy1 touches ball one, like that. Oh, Skype.
Hello?
Hello.
I think I disconnected.
No problem.
Let me just do this. Okay. Okay, it's ball one. Okay, then if it
Okay,
hits
you put
ball
two
one,
exactly like that. Okay, perfect. Then, well, what we want to do is maybe remove both objects. So to remove them, for now, we'll simply move them outside of the screen, so we don't see them. Okay. Um,
okay. So yeah,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
let's do that.
So we'll simply put the enemy outside of the screen. How do we do that? It's simple. Enemy1.x equals, I don't know, like minus 1000. We're sure to not see it.
And
Same,
yeah,
same
that's
thing for
good.
the ball.
And for ball, not X.
For the ball, we will also copy the code that we wrote before. Speed x equals 0, speed y equals 0, shooting equal false. So we can shoot again. And so the ball stop moving. And we will also stop the enemy from moving by saying enemy1, enemy speed equals 0, and that's it. So enemy1.x equal minus 1000, enemy speed equals 0. Same thing for the ball, but for the ball we also put speed y equals 0 and shooting equals false.
Oh yeah, it's enemy one. Where did I do that? Line 67. So, debugger launch failed. Debug session will terminate.
Probably because you pressed Control Shift Enter.
Okay.
So it's work.
So
It
yeah.
works. Okay, it works. So that's it. We'll just tell you a last thing. For the collision, it test object, how does it work? If you look at my screen, when I select an object, there is a blue box around it.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing for my ball and my enemy. The collision check the intersection of those boxes. So even if my ball is like there, it will count as a collision because my ball is in the blue box of the object.
Yeah. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter since it goes so fast that you probably don't even see it.
Yeah, but and sometimes it matters. And there is another problem. Think about that. Think about if your ball is there, like that, and the next frame, it goes so fast that the next frame, it's there. Then the collision never happens. Okay? Like, because suppose that we put the speed at 100. If you try with this speed of 100, I'm sure that sometimes you will shoot at the enemy and it won't disappear because the ball will be there, and the next frame it will be 100 frame farther, so like there, and then the collision will never happen. So those are the two main problems of the it test object function, but it works for most basic games or things like that. If you want a more precise stuff, we have to use more advanced math or more advanced functions, custom functions that have been created by users. But anyway, it works for now. So that's it.
Say
Tomorrow we'll show
this
you.
file is converted to from a flash disk.
Because you save it in an earlier version to send it to me before. So just click OK or save. Save. So I don't know. Do you have idea for your homework? Maybe add a score. Oh yeah, I know.
Huh?
Okay, what I want you to add, I will type it for you. Oh, okay. Just yeah, I will just show you a last thing. We'll put the enemy like outside of the screen. I will just finish with that, and then I will give you your homework. It's the random function.
Oh, is it like I remember? Is it like RND or something?
Yeah, in Flash it's math random, but in some languages it's a RMD. So in our code, we will just make the enemy appear anywhere in the screen at the beginning, not always at the same place. So if we put it outside of the screen, how to create a random number. So at the beginning of our program, right there, we'll place the enemy. So it will be first of all, I will write it in comment just to explain you the random function. So the random function is when you type math.random, parentheses, this generates a number in the interval 0, 1, but 1 is excluded. You have learned interval in math?
Yeah.
So it's from 0 to 0.999999992 and infinity.
It's this generates.
This generates. Okay, this generates. Okay. Thank you. A number in the interval 0, 1. So, for example, how to generate a number between, I don't know, 0 and 5. How would we do that?
I guess you write that in the parenthesis. You write the interval.
No, you can't do that. We can create custom function that do that. We will do that someday, but no, you can't. What you have to do is simply do operation on this thing. So to generate a number between 0 and 5, we simply have to multiply matrandom by 5. Because
Okay.
matrandom has a value of between 0 and 1. By multiplying that value by 5, the greatest values that it can generate is 5, excluded. And 0 multiplied by 0 always gives 0. So by multiplying it by 5, it gave us a number between 0 and 5. Same thing for if I want a number between 3 and 7. Okay, I will wait just a second.
And that's like that.
Generate a number in the interval 0 and 5. How to generate a number between 3 and 7. Okay.
It would be just same thing.
If you multiply by 7, it will generate a number between 0 and 7. But if we want to start it at 3, we have to make it, we have to add 3 to this number. But if we add 3 like I did, it will generate a number between 3 and 10. Because the minimum is 0, but we added 3.
So we have to do like 4 plus 3?
Exactly 4. So the way I wanted you to write it, it will be 7 minus 3 in parentheses multiplied by mat random and then plus 3. What I want you to understand is the last example will be general, how to generate a number between min and max. It's always max minus min plus min. It's always generate a number between min and max.